Behavioral Medicine today for their non-drug treatment program for ADD, ADHD, and high-functioning autism. Drake can help your child improve their capabilities and self-confidence, and they do it all without drugs. Be the kind of parent who calls the Drake Institute at the beginning of the school year. Proactive parents all over Los Angeles, get on this. They solve their child's academic struggles once and for all. If your child is in crisis or underachieving, pick up the phone and call the Drake Institute for a professional consultation at no charge. That's 800-700-4233, 800-700-4233, or visit drakeinstitute.com.
Oh, it is summer and it's hotter than the surface of the sun out there, so the AC is running all day and everything is working harder and longer to keep you cool, but then the electric bill arrives. Hey, it's Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer. I run my AC as much as you do, but what do you think my summer electric bill says? It says the power company owes me money. That's what I knew it would say because I have solar expertly designed to fit our home with guaranteed energy production levels by Sunlux. You don't need some one-size-fits-all offer because your home is unique. You need Sunlux. They're the best solar designers in California with the best equipment, the best service, the best warranty in the business, and they're ready to design and install a system custom-made for your home and your electrical needs. Call Sunlux today, and when your summer electric bill shows up, the power company can owe you money too. On your cell, dial pound 250 and say Sunlux, pound 250 Sunlux, or go to sunlux.com. CSLB 1008374.
For details, contractor's license 661575.
Superwoman, super lawyer.
Hi, Jeff Baugh, KFI in the Sky. Every time I see an accident, I want to yell, call my attorney, Maryam Parman. I called Maryam after my accident. She has 20 years experience and has gotten $400 million in results. Get the medical attention and compensation you deserve. If you're injured in an accident, call Maryam Parman. She's here to help you. 800-800-6916. 800-800-6916.
Superwoman, super lawyer. Superwoman,
Hello, I'm John Okoyan, owner of Rooter Hero Plumbing. We can clean that drain for only $77. Call us at 866-DRAIN-77 or find us at rooterhero.com.
Everybody needs a hero. RooterHero.com.
CL 102-8886.
1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer. If that one is you, you can find strength in these numbers. California Protons uses pencil beam technology to deliver radiation with unmatched precision. Clinical studies show that results in up to 81% less radiation to the lungs and up to 99% less to the heart. Numbers that greatly reduce your risk of treatment-related side effects, including secondary cancer and cardiac events. Call 844-64-FIGHT to fight back.
Dennis Dillon RV, DDRV.com, the West Coast's largest RV location. 50 brands, 1,000 choices, motorhomes and travel trailers. Guaranteed best pricing, DDRV.com, where the 405 meets the 22 in Westminster.
I feel incredible because I call 1-800-WEST Medical.
KFI, 24-hour news, more stimulating talk. Now with a more comfortable applicator. Still sounds painful. KFI.
An iHeart radio station.
KFI AM 640 Conway Show. Mark Thompson is here. And at 7 o'clock, Mark's going to tell you a story about Las Vegas that it is beyond belief and defies all odds.
It is weird. It's definitely a weird story.
It is the strangest story I've ever heard about a lost item.
Yeah. Yeah.
Strangest story.
Wow, more clues.
Yeah, but it's not a lost item that would ever be returned.
No way.
No.
And it's an amazing story. And
7 o'clock.
Yeah, 7 o'clock. A little after 7 when we come back, and you're gonna be floored. You'll be like, what the hell? Is that real? Yeah, it's real. All right, Burberry. You know that Burberry. You probably have Burberry clothes, pants, or something. Do you have Burberry anything?
Should I be insulted or flattered?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't have anything.
They're expensive.
Yeah.
But Bellio, you got Burberry stuff, right? You got pants?
I do. I don't have pants. I think I have a bag.
I think we got that clean. Thank you.
You guys.
Bender, do you have Burberry stuff?
I don't.
No.
I don't I don't know that I know anybody who does.
I don't know.
I do.
I don't know if I can identify if somebody had a Burberry jacket and somebody just had a plain members only. I don't know if I could.
No,
Yes,
it's
you
got that.
could.
It's got that check thing. It's
it's a
tan,
pattern.
black, and yeah. It's a
Oh, is that
pattern.
right?
Check,
Okay,
maybe the
maybe I
wrong
would.
You
but
know.
Is
plaid,
that Gucci,
right,
like the G's?
Yeah.
Like G's?
It has its own.
Right.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
recognizable.
All right, then I think I know it. But anyway, so instead of giving the clothes that they couldn't sell to charity, they burned them.
Burberry takes extreme measures to protect its brand by burning millions of dollars worth of unsold merchandise. Last year alone, the high-end fashion line reportedly charged more than $33 million in clothes, accessories, and perfume.
Why would they do that? I mean, kids in poor countries could be styling,
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
I guess they feel that those kids in poor countries are bad for their brand.
I guess so. You're right, Guys got nothing to eat, but look at that jacket.
Yeah.
Or those pants.
Hey, that's a nice pair of pants you got on. I just saw a kid, underprivileged kid in another country with the same pair of pants.
Yeah, it's like, oh, how dare you?
The brand destroys the item rather than put them on sale or at a discount. The company calls the seemingly wasteful method a way to control brand authenticity. Burberry says it saves the energy.
Oh, I love this. This is so classic at the end. Listen to how Burberry is now going to be like the protector of the environment at the end.
Burberry says it saves the energy captured in its massive product burns.
They save the energy in the burn.
That's a spin.
Yeah, that's I hope people don't, understand. That's incredible.
Yeah, that's just we put a bunch of words together, threw in energy and burn,
Right.
and hope that no one really
Yeah,
tries to sort it out.
what does that mean, you save the energy? Are you like running 3 cities off of burned out Burberry pants? How does that happen? I don't know anybody, like, what is that? Like maybe, I guess there's energy through burning stuff. You can, coal plants and coal furnaces and stuff, but how do you save it?
Yeah, I don't know about that technology where you're driving power to an entire community as
It's
a
not
result of a
going up.
Burberry burn.
Yeah. And by the way, is your Burberry power like perfect? It's like a little better than just the crap you get from the DWP?
It's more stylish power.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's a well-fitted power.
Right.
And is it more expensive? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you see this room? Yeah, I'm heating it with Burberry clothes. Wow. You got it going on, bub. You're styling. All right, Malibu. Speaking of rich people, Malibu is threatening to get pissed. Because what the electric company wants to do out there is when there's high winds or fires, they want to shut down their high-powered, lines because they spark fires.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but the people in Malibu are like, no, we want the power. We don't care about the fires. We want the energy. Got to heat my pool.
Imagine, if you will, Santa Ana conditions, winds blowing, large fire bearing down on you, dust blowing, and all of a sudden your power goes up.
Was there a press conference called and a yoga class broke out?
Oh, that guy's good.
Yeah, he's not
mesmerizing.
Not the most dynamic spokesman, is he?
Santa Ana conditions.
Yeah.
Rick Mullen, Malibu mayor, and an LA County fire captain.
Oh, that's why. He's Malibu's mayor.
Yeah. Mick Bolin, Malibu mayor.
Rick Mullen, Malibu mayor, and an LA County fire captain is talking about the potential dangers of allowing electric companies to shut off the power when threatened by windstorms.
I can't really see that it's going to make our situation better in a dire emergency.
The California Public Utilities Commission, or CPUC, approved intentional blackouts in high-risk fire areas, including CPUC, despite objections from CPUC.
Wow, lady really likes that.
Wow, got that
term, huh?
Hitting that hard.
Despite objections from CPUC. In 2015, sparking CPUC power lines and electrical equipment the leading cause of wildfires.
Wow.
The CPUC-owned utilities have been fined tens of millions of dollars.
Fire in Malibu is a huge threat at all times, and everybody here is very concerned about their safety.
The CPUC believes allowing CPUC to de-energize electric facilities during high wind events can save lives and property and prevent wildfires.
That's sort of like that Asperger's thing, where you keep repeating the same thing over and over and over.
There are a lot of
like ding dong.
There are a lot of fires that are started by power lines going down.
But Mayor Mullen says the risks outweigh the benefits.
Speaking of Asperger's, we were, Jason Salako and I went out to a charity event. This must have been 15 years ago, out at the Rose Bowl. It used to be Walk for Autism or Autism Walk, Autism Speaks, and then it went to Walk, and I'm not sure what it is now. But we were out there at the Rose Bowl, and you walk a couple times around the Rose Bowl to raise money for autism. And so he and I were sitting in the tent, VIP tent, by the way.
Oh,
thank you very much.
I would have no doubt. Yeah.
And the mayor was there too. I think I have a picture of me and the mayor, Mayor Villaraigosa. And so we're talking to a psychologist out there, and she's a professional, and her specialty is autism and Asperger's, identifying it early or identifying in adults. And so Insulaco's just talking to her, and she says to Insulaco, is this your friend who's with you? And I was a couple seats down. Has he been diagnosed with Asperger's? Right? And he's like, yeah, sort of. Why do you say so? And she says, well, he keeps doing the same thing over and over. She thought I was like there at the charity event,
As
like
a patient.
Yeah.
Or
a beneficiary of the charity.
Connected in that way.
Because I kept saying, whatever it was I was saying that day, I had a Jones, for, I like the food, I like those prices. And I'll get into something like that, and I'll say it 40 or 50 times in a day.
Yeah.
And she was witnessing that, and she's like, that's on the spectrum of Asperger's.
Well, I mean, could it be on the spectrum?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
I'm on the spectrum, right? But you are as well. I mean, because you have adopted. I love it.
I say I love it. I do that. I love it. I do it. I don't know, 10, 15 times a day.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
It is stupid.
And people don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm saying.
Well, you didn't know what you were doing. You didn't know what it was from either.
I didn't know. I knew it was from our show.
Right.
Or your
but
show.
I didn't know what it was from either until I asked Belly. I said, Belly, what is that from? I love it. And she told us. What was it?
Whitney Thor from My Big Fat Fabulous Life.
Yeah. And so we stole that from her. But I do that too. I get into a jag, man.
You really do.
And I can't stop. I get into like you knew the rules, you knew the boundaries, mahalo. And I'll sit and I'll like do that with the waiter, the waitress, and they look at me like I'm a lunatic.
I feel as though you also could do open it up. You could do on that.
Why'd you say that?
That jag could go for a long time.
Thank you.
Open it up.
That could be 3
I do that.
hours.
Appreciate that. At the track, I go crazy with that.
Yeah.
I'm yelling at every race, even when I have no money on it. I'm watching the TVs. Come on with this one. Open it up. Open it up. And they're looking at me like, hey, what's going on with this guy? He's got no money on this race.
And this CPUC needs to be more extensive. Among the concerns, dark traffic signals, no cell towers, and Wi-Fi, making emergency alerts useless.
Oh, man, the people in Malibu, they want their Wi-Fi. How are they going to stream Netflix in the fire?
Well, but to be fair to them, during an emergency situation, you are getting a lot of information. Maybe
you want
via
Netflix,
You want the internet, sir.
Making emergency alerts useless.
I think that's.
Hey, is that a thing where people say? I heard this the other day, where somebody says, "Hey, I'll come over and we'll do some Netflix." Is that like a thing now?
I don't know about that.
Is that a thing, Belia?
Not my thing.
No. Bender, is that you heard that?
No, I've not heard that. I mean, Netflix and chill has been around for several years,
Yeah,
but
that's
I've not heard let's go do Netflix.
Yeah, it's like some guy says, "Yeah, I'm gonna go out to Santa Monica, at buddy's house. We're gonna do some Netflix." I thought that was odd.
Yeah,
that is odd. That might be.
And what a low-level plan, right?
I'm going to go over to his house to stream something I can watch anywhere in the world.
Right. It's like I saw a guy once in a bar, and he was watching the Three Stooges on TV, right? And he's sitting in a bar watching Three Stooges on TV, and he's paying expensive prices for drinks. I said, why aren't you at home? I said, what don't you have at home, air conditioning or TV? And he goes, both. I said, now I know why you're here. You don't have AC or TV at home. But he's not watching a sporting event. He's watching Three Stooges.
That's odd.
Yeah, you can watch that anywhere. All right, very good. So Malibu, they want to keep their electricity even if there's fires, man. That's the bottom line with that story. All right, we're live on KFI. It's Conway and Thompson. More now.
LA County supervisors have gotten behind a state Senate bill that would require California-based public companies to fill at least one of their board seats with a woman by the end of next year. A judge in LA has extended a temporary restraining order Paris Jackson got against a man who showed up unexpectedly at a recording studio and made a reference to a shotgun. The order is now in effect for 3 years. The man has to stay at least 100 yards away from Michael Jackson's daughter. We'll check weather and traffic on the 5 next.
Cunning Dental. Yes, got to get out to Cunning Dental. You got those bad choppers. You are eating crazy food, right? It's Jell-O all day, a little applesauce at night, and that's not the way to go through life. You want to get new teeth so you can eat corn on the cob or ribs or, I don't know, bricks. Yeah, go out, eat a brick road. Anyway, you got to, if you're embarrassed to smile, the teeth are falling out, it's a nightmare. Call Cunning Dental and get those things fixed, right? Maybe you've been doing a lot of things for the kids or your husband or your wife your whole life. Do something for yourself, right? What the hell? So this is not a dress rehearsal, as my mother used to say. This is the real show, and you only get one shot here. Get to a free New Permanent Teeth in a Day lunch seminar in Orange County this Saturday, July 28th in Laguna Woods. Meet the doctors, get a free exam, get your questions answered, and meet the patients who got new permanent teeth in a day and see how they changed their life. Call them right now. You're going to get a free exam, $1,200 value, 888-640-SMILE, 888-640-SMILE, or pound 250 on your cell phone and say Cunning Dental. Pound 250, Cunning Dental, certain restrictions.
Hey, it's Dean Sharp, architectural designer and host of Home here on KFI, reminding you to stay hydrated out there in the heat of summer. So let's talk about your home water system. If you didn't get the memo, your under-sink water filter is obsolete, and water softener technology is 100 years old. Should you replace them? Yes, you should. But with what? A whole house water filtration system by LifeSource Water. Imagine clean, safe water, but instead of it dribbling out of one little spout in the kitchen, it's flowing from every faucet in the entire house. You drink it, you bathe in it, and best of all, you get a LifeSource water system, and then you forget about it because there's no more chlorine, no chloramines, no hard water scale, no salt to add, no filters to change, no maintenance of any kind, and all for less than buying bottled water. Don't do house water like yesterday. Get a LifeSource whole house water system today and solve your water problems once and for all. Call now 1-800-334-5009, 800-334-5009, or go to lifesourcewater.com.
Unicom Global is a shining example of the American dream, and you can be part of this. Unicom's founder, Corey Hong, came to America from Korea at the age of 20 and started Unicom Global right here in LA. Today, Corey's vision has grown to over 44 companies around the world. If you shop online, buy stock, use a cell phone, order prescriptions, pay utility bills online, you're probably using Unicom software. And since Unicom Global is continuing to grow, Corey is looking for skilled professionals to join the company. Unicom Global has just purchased the 1.7 million square foot Merck building in New Jersey for their Northeast regional headquarters. Unicom is hiring software, hardware sales managers, engineers, investment bankers, controllers, lawyers, highly skilled individuals looking for a challenging and rewarding career. Visit unicomglobal.com, unicomglobal.com.
Unicom Global. Putting IT all together.
Is the IRS looking for you? Why take chances talking to the IRS on your own? Would you know what to say, or more importantly, what not to say? Jim Demetrio here from Demetrio Montano. You've heard me on the radio for years. Now you can put the power of our former IRS experience to work for you, to fight on your side and professionally negotiate a fair resolution you can understand and live with. You've seen our competitors advertise on TV, promising to settle your taxes for pennies on the dollar, but those cases are rare. Call them and you will probably speak to some stranger in another state. We have been right here in Southern California since 1989, and you can meet with my partner Mike Montano or me personally. We will analyze your financial situation and do whatever it takes to resolve your toughest tax problems once and for all. You've heard me on the radio for years. Call us today for your free consultation. Call 800-899-1040. 800-899-1040. That's 800-899-1040.
CBS Sports writes this headline that says, LeBron James never showed up to that pizza party he teased on Twitter, and Lakers fans are mad. Dear Lakers fan,
here we go.
Do you not remember what Kobe Bryant did to that girl in the hotel room in Denver?
They will say he was not convicted.
That's not what I said. I didn't say, do you remember what Kobe Bryant was convicted of? I said, do you remember what Kobe Bryant did? So if they can forgive Kobe Bryant for that, they can forgive LeBron
for skipping out on a pizza party.
Gary, the Lakers won the finals and set trees on fire. Okay? Logic is not the strong suit for our beloved Los Angeles Lakers fans.
Gary and Shannon, weekday mornings at 10. KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk.
Garage door occupies 75% of the home. A new garage door makes your home more appealing and increases the value. Finally, if your garage door is over 10 years old, those old springs can snap, making your garage door very dangerous. I sell new garage doors for $675, but during our truckload sale, I'm knocking off $175, and garage doors start as low as $4.99. If you're one of the next 11 callers, I'll make the deal even better. I'll bonus you our Quiet Glide door system. Normally $249, now absolutely free. Plus the installation free, bottom seal free, and I'll even pay your sales tax for the first 11 callers. Call on your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say Mesa Garage Doors. On your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say Mesa Garage Doors.
It's Tuesday, July 24th. What's new today on the iHeartRadio app? iHeartRadio. It's the 30th anniversary of Shark Week, and we got you covered. Real Fun Beach Radio is Shark Week themed, and the perfect soundtrack for sitting on the beach and staying out of the water. Shark! Plus, check out Jack Johnson's Shark Week playlist. Jack curated a playlist specifically with Shark Week in mind, just for you. It's Shark Week. All your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free.
Sound incidents. Somebody's using auditory weapons.
Are they playing this show?
Gary and Shannon, weekdays at 10 a.m. on KFI.
Winning!
KFI AM 640, Conway Show. Mark Thompson is here.
Reporting for duty, sir.
Yeah, and Mark's got a crazy story at 7 o'clock. Has to do with Vegas and luck, right?
Yeah, I mean, bad luck and then the
Good
most
luck.
Remarkable series of events.
And then more bad luck because you exhausted your luck.
Yeah, as it turns out.
Oh, I'm fascinated by this.
Yeah, and my buddy Frankie Renzulli, and I think he's right. He says you're only born with a certain amount of luck. Like all those people that survived that U.S. air crash in the Hudson River with Sully Sullenberger, they've used their luck. You don't take them to the track. They don't have any more luck. They're done. They all survived a plane crash. All of them. So
a plane crash in the water.
Right. In the water, in the middle of a city.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not like it was, happened out in the, in Iowa where there's cornfields that could save you. This is in the middle of a city, in a plane crash, in the middle of New York City, and you survive.
If you told 100 people the day before that crash, the morning of that crash, if you told 100 people the circumstances surrounding that, and none of them has any kind of, a flight experience or anything.
Sure.
How many of those 100 would believe you?
Well, how about this? If you said there's going to be a plane crash and you asked 100 people what the outcome is, if a plane crashes in New York City,
right?
Everyone would say, 100% of them would say they all died.
Right.
No survivor.
Yeah. If you told 100 people all the circumstances, what do you think would happen? No.
Right.
Nobody would believe you.
No. And yet everybody survived, and they've exhausted their luck. So they don't have any more. They should not buy lottery tickets. They shouldn't go to Vegas. They shouldn't go to the track. They should just sit at home and realize it's over.
Well, and to that point, it's just the opposite typically in conversation. When somebody gets kind of lucky, that's a dramatic example, but any kind of like people go, oh, you ought to go to Vegas. So they're kind of like, I go right to Vegas.
Right.
It's that you always hear that, but you're right. The truth is that luck is not inexhaustible. The fact is you might have used it all up.
Adam Carolla had a very funny line. This is about maybe 9 years ago. My daughter was very young, and we were at Morongo, And we left Morongo. Happened to be on the first Saturday of May, and people familiar with racing know that's the Kentucky Derby. So we leave Morongo at like 11 a.m., and I'm talking to my buddies who are trying to handicap the races. And my wife, who typically falls asleep in the car, she fell asleep. My daughter's back, she's sleeping. So I pull off the 210 freeway into Santa Anita and make some bets for the Kentucky Derby, and then I'm going to go home and watch it on TV.
Sure.
So I said to the valet parker there, I pull up and I go, hey, if she wakes up, tell her I'll be out in 5 minutes. My wife is asleep, my daughter's asleep. So as I shut the door, she wakes up and she goes, where are we? What are we doing? I said, I'm going to slide into the racetrack and make some bets, and then we're going to go home. I'll watch it home. I'm not going to watch it here. And she says to me, who leaves a casino and drives to the track? Good point, right? Well, right?
He is right, yes.
So I said to Adam Carolla when he called up. He used to call us every Friday night. It was one of my favorite hours that we did. And I said, Adam, you think I got a problem gambling? And I told him the story. And he says, well, let me ask you something, Tim. He says, did you stop anywhere between the casino and the track to buy like scratchers? And I said, no. He goes, you're fine.
Winning.
That's a great start. Oh, all right, very good. When we come back, Mark Thompson's incredible luck story. We will share that with you. You'll want to tune in and tell all your friends to tune in, too, because this is the first time he's going to tell it on the air. Maybe his last. We're live on KFI AM 640.
KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
An iHeart radio station.
Friendly fire. I'm Aaron Bender, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. LA's top cop has confirmed an officer's bullet killed a grocery store manager in Silver Lake.
Chief Michael Moore says the officers were shooting at a man who had crashed outside a Trader Joe's and shot at them.
I believe it's what they needed to do in order to defend the people of Los Angeles and defend the people in that store.
He says the man had shot his own grandma and a teenage woman prior to the chase Saturday afternoon. He says the man shot at officers during the pursuit from South LA to Silver Lake. Moore made a rare decision to release video of the shooting just days after it happened. Andrew Mullenbeck, KFI News.
Parts of Yosemite National Park are being closed because of a massive wildfire. Alex Stone reports the fire in the Sierra Nevada west of Yosemite has been burning for over a week.
Now at 36,500 acres, and it's been marching closer to Yosemite despite being 25% contained.
Health officials say the air quality around Yosemite is now worse than the air quality in Beijing, which is one of the most polluted cities in the world. Mandatory evacuations are in place for several areas, while people in other areas have been told to be prepared to leave. An appeals court has ruled carrying a gun in public is protected by the Second Amendment.
The Ninth Circuit ruled officials in Hawaii had violated a man's rights by denying him a permit to openly carry a loaded gun in public. The decision reversed a lower court ruling that the amendment only applied to guns kept in homes. One of the circuit judges wrote, gun violence is an issue, but for better or worse, the Second Amendment protects a right to carry a gun in public for self-defense. If the decision stands, the ruling would affect western states like Hawaii and California, two states where open carry is currently not allowed. Corbin Carson, KFI News.
Police in Sherman Oaks say a college student has stabbed his adoptive dads.
They were transported with stab wounds, and I believe they were in critical condition when they left.
LAPD Detective Timothy Wallach says investigators are trying to find a motive for the stabbings. Neighbors say the couple adopted their son a long time ago. Police say the 21-year-old confessed. Singer Demi Lovato has been taken to a hospital for a reported drug overdose. TMZ says it appears to be heroin. Lovato has been dealing with addiction, mental illness, and eating disorders for years. The 25-year-old announced in March that she had been sober for 6 years. Last month, she admitted she had relapsed. A major drug trial in the Netherlands has been stopped because of the deaths of 11 babies involved in the study. Pregnant women with underdeveloping placentas were given Viagra to increase blood flow. 17 babies whose mothers got the Viagra developed lung problems. 11 have since died. Traffic from the helpful SoCal Honda Traffic Center. Slow in Santa Monica on the 10.
Those eastbound delays are loading up away from 20th Street. Really slow all the way towards La Cienega. Very heavy after that as you continue into downtown Los Angeles. Now that earlier wreck in Glendale is wrapped up on the 134 westbound before Brand. Traffic's picking up away from Figueroa and in Orange. A crash on the 22 westbound before the City Drive. This one's taking out the 2 middle lanes, slowing things down coming off of the 55 freeway. So heads up there. If you see any problems, you can tell us about them on the Ralph Saving You Time traffic line, 888-500-5003. We've got Chris and Brian on the phone tonight. And into Corona, the 91 eastbound loads up from Lakeview all the way to the 71. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Angel Martinez.
This hour of the Tim Conway Jr. Show is brought to you by 1-800-GOT-JUNK. Need to get rid of your junk? Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Hey, it's Dean Sharp, architectural designer and host of Home here on KFI, reminding you to stay hydrated out there in the heat of summer. So let's talk about your home water system. If you didn't get the memo, your under-sink water filter is obsolete, and water softener technology is 100 years old. Should you replace them? Yes, you should. But with what? A whole house water filtration system by LifeSource Water. Imagine clean, safe water, but instead of it dribbling out of one little spout in the kitchen, it's flowing from every faucet in the entire house. You drink it, you bathe in it, and best of all, you get a LifeSource water system, and then you forget about it because there's no more chlorine, no chloramines, no hard water scale, no salt to add, no filters to change, no maintenance of any kind, and all for less than buying bottled water. Don't do house water like yesterday. Get a LifeSource whole house water system today and solve your water problems once and for all. Call now 1-800-334-5009, 800-334-5009, or go to lifesourcewater.com.
SweetJames.com.
Don't let varicose veins hold you back from wearing shorts, skirts, and swimsuits. West Medical can transform your legs in minutes without pain or downtime with their advanced varicose vein solution. Varicose veins can't heal on their own, so don't wait. Their vein treatment is covered by most PPO health insurance plans. Call 1-800-WEST-MED for a free insurance verification. That's 1-800-WEST-MED, 800-937-8633, or visit westmedical.com.
I feel incredible because I called 1-800-WEST-MEDICAL.
KFI Money Report. The Dow gained 198 points. S&P up 13.5. NASDAQ dropped 1 point. Gold up 50 cents to $12.35 an ounce. Oil up 29 cents to $68.81 a barrel.
I'm NBC4 weathercaster Fritz Coleman with your first alert forecast. Hottest days of this heat wave today and tomorrow. Some valleys go over 110, beaches near 90 or higher. If you go to the beach, there's a high surf advisory through Wednesday, including bad rip currents. Temperatures down slightly over the weekend. This is Fritz Coleman with NBC4 News.
81 degrees right now in Irvine. It's 87 in Fullerton, 94 degrees in Covina, 81 in Long Beach. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Aaron Bender.
It's Timmy time.
Bet your ass. Timmy. Timmy. He's a little lamb with a lot to learn. He's always having such a lot of fun, Timmy.
He's a little lamb that knows a lot. Instead of a little lamb, what is it? A little lamb who...
With a lot to learn?
With a lot to learn. I like the new ending. He's a little lamb that knows a lot.
Haven't heard that ending.
Yeah, I'm not.
I ran into a buddy of mine, and then Mark's going to tell a story. I'll tell you real quick. He said he doesn't speak to anybody that ever voted for Trump, right? He's an old friend of mine. Known him for 20 years. And I said, how come you speak to me? He goes, because you're just an idiot. He goes, you're not a racist like all those other guys. You're just an idiot. So I speak to you. You're the only guy I speak to because you just don't know enough.
Oh, wow. Well, that's where America's gone, apparently.
I love that, though, right? I'm the underdog.
Yeah,
all right, Mark. By the way, 40 minutes until the Mega Millions drawing.
Oh!
Not until the drawing, but until ticket sales cut off. 7:45. Got to get there. $522 million jackpot with a lump sum of, I think, 303.
Winning!
Go get those tickets, gang. Go get them. I misspoke last night. I said 308 now. The lump sum, that the rest of that money goes to taxes, and I misspoke. That's the money that the lottery keeps because you chose the lump sum.
Right.
So you still have to pay taxes on the 303. Oh, it sucks. I might as well not win. I'd be so pissed about all the taxes.
I'm sure.
You're the angriest lottery winner. You're there with that huge check, and you go, why does this guy look so angry?
Yeah, like I hit a pothole on the way here. You guys don't have an idea. All right. Mark's got a great
Stephen
story. Sorry, here we go.
So I was on my way to Las Vegas. This is just recently, within the last 10 days or so, I guess it was. And I was taking with me some money and also a chip from the Bellagio Hotel. It was $500 in value. So it's just one chip, a $500 Bellagio chip. And
right, it's not like you gambled $500. You just want to take 900 chips.
Right, they gave me, when I cashed out $500, and at some point it was like, and then instead of taking that chip and taking it to the cashier and getting I was late and I just took it. I said, well, I'll get it the next time I come. So I have this $500 Bellagio chip. It's a purple chip. And it's kind of a pain, but it's also kind of convenient. It's like a little coin you just put in your pocket. It's worth $500 when you get to the Bellagio. So I go through TSA here at LAX, and at LAX, the Bellagio chip drops out, and the TSA guy leans down and says, hey, you dropped this. Don't. And
oh, wow.
It's like, wow, you have to take stuff out of your pockets. You go. So I'm thinking, wow, I got to. This is important. That guy was quite trustworthy, but I got to keep an eye on that chip. So I get on a plane, I fly to Vegas, and then I get into a taxi, and I do this whole thing. And a cab driver's from Guatemala, and we do this thing. We're doing a thing on Instagram stories, and he's an ex-fighter, like boxer. So we're talking about that. And so he's kind of a cool guy. He drops me at the Bellagio. I check into the room. I take all my money out, and guess what's missing?
The chip.
The $500 Bellagio chip is gone. And now I'm frantic, and I tear through everything. I tear through every carry-on.
That's the worst.
This is unbelievable, and it's clear that it's gone.
And you're like me, because the moment anything happens, TSA.
Right, I figured it's got to be TSA maybe on the way back, or did I drop it again? But what I'm angry about is that they make you take stuff out and in so many times that that's where things drop out. Yet, I'm thinking back to TSA, I'm thinking, but it did drop out, and the guy actually picked it up and returned it to me. So it couldn't have been then.
That's a good TSA guy.
Yeah, and where did it drop out? Where else? And I'm thinking,
maybe
I don't know.
Conveyor belt.
I'm absolutely at a loss. So now I'm downcast. I'm already losing before I've even played a hand of whatever, because I've lost this $500 Bellagio chip. So I text two people. I text first my beloved girlfriend, because I'm angry at myself. I said, I don't deserve money. I can't be trusted with money. Look how I couldn't even hang on to this $500 Bellagio chip. I hate myself. I do that whole thing, this sort of self-flagellation. And I text Tim Conway Jr. because Tim's like my family, especially my gambling family, who can understand this. And then he might say something that'll make me feel better. And you know what? He did. He said, hey, man, that same thing's happened to me before.
Yeah, with Santa Anita tickets.
And I did feel a little bit better, like, okay, well, then it does happen. So now I go down and play poker. I'm sitting at the poker table, and I'm telling a story, because I'm just so beside myself over the loss of $500 and this Bellagio chip. And hours go by. My girlfriend is coming in from LA. She's going to meet me. And around the time that she should be landing, I get a text saying, OMG, the guy who is driving this taxi, I believe, has your Bellagio chip.
What?
Now, here's what happened. She got online to get a taxi at McCarran Airport, Las Vegas, and they said, go to number 11 or whatever, and she goes down there, and right as she's about to get in the taxi, a woman takes that taxi from her, like cuts her off. And she turned back to the guy who's wrangling taxis and goes, hey, I was supposed to be in that one, but this woman took it. He said, just wait there, ma'am. I'll be with you. And she's waiting, and there's still no taxi. And she says, hey, excuse me, but I've been waiting, and that cab was taken. But she said, wait, I'll get a taxi for you. And he waves this cab over. Cab pulls up. She gets in. He takes her onto the freeway.
Bad move.
And I have a thing against that because that's what cab drivers do in Las Vegas to kind of pad the meter. They take you on the freeway. And I had mentioned that to the cab driver, the Guatemalan guy who I met, who was my cab driver. I said, hey, don't take me on the freeway, man. I've been here a million times. Please. He said, no, I'm not going to take you on the freeway. He does take her on the freeway. And he said, is it okay with you? He said, my boyfriend's going to kill me because he always tells me don't take the freeway. But he said, don't worry. I'm going to turn the meter off.
Oh, that's cool.
He said, I don't need the money because a guy came by and he left me this tip, $500. And he shows her a purple Bellagio chip.
Is this the same
$500.
day?
This is exactly hours later.
Okay.
All right. So we're now in a situation where she's thinking, he said, that's so weird because my boyfriend lost a $500 chip in a taxi. He said, no. This has been around for months. I've told my wife about it and blah, blah, blah. But then she texts me, and I know, remember, I've talked to this guy. I know him, he's boxing. I know where he's from. I know his name. I know everything. And I said, is his name Juan? Because, and you know, she said, yes, it is 100%. This is the guy. Clearly, that's where I dropped the chip. Right?
Wow.
So she then said, with all respect, I think that might be the chip that she was very nice about it, apparently.
Sure.
And then he was very nice about it. He said, you know what? I didn't know how to handle it. I'm sorry, this is his. And he dropped it in my taxi.
Wow.
And now you have a situation where in Las Vegas, where there are 3,300 taxis on the street, my girlfriend gets in the very taxi that I had just taken hours later and dropped a $500 Bellagio chip in. And
that comes up in conversation.
Wow. He has to mention this in some way. So many things have to come